if you spend 8 hours with me and him, oh god, he's way worse than me.
That's how me and my brother was. I'm not even gonna lie. Everybody thought my brother was a quiet one, and absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like actually, absolutely not.
The man is a fool. Okay, you hear
Yeah.
me? Like he really is. So
I feel
I'm
like
ready
is
to.
this I feel like this is the infamous door. Was this the infamous door from the podcast, from your podcast? I feel like this is the table, this is the door. Are we in the spot?
I was over there.
Okay. Okay.
It was we was in front of the blinds. This actually is the pantry, but it's the only kind of solid wall. You know what? I
Now
could, but that'd take
you
too
doing
much.
your thing, brother. I thought this was it.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
felt a little
It is.
nostalgic. It felt right. It feels like very feng shui. You
Oh
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
we do okay. You know what I'm saying? We do okay. We in the middle class. We in the middle class, man. You
I
know.
cannot stand this. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Mimi Talks, and this is Talk to Mimi, the podcast. I got my guy, way more fly than you. Also, your realtor Nick. First of all, let me talk about that logo friend. The
Let's
logo
do
went
it.
crazy.
Young rich nigga.
When I saw it, I was like, please. Also, it took me like the third
I,
time to watch that A-Town stomp. Leave me alone.
yes, no, yes. I'm trying. I got to work on that for the next 4 day, man.
Listen, it was
They gonna
perfect.
get on me, buddy.
It was perfect. It
Yeah.
was actually perfect. I sent
Thank
the
you.
like 8 people. I'm not lying.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Way more fly than you. That's alter ego. From a business standpoint, you're realtor Nick on Instagram, all platforms. Thank you,
Absolutely.
friend. I'm so happy to be back. You know, I like talking to you.
Yeah, man. Like, listen, this is like literal, like twin flame-ish kind of this podcast thing that we got going on. It feels right. We
It
supposed to
does.
be
Shout out to the
talking.
engineer too. Like you got a great engineer, man.
Listen,
He's dope.
Gil
I
is
like
my
I like working with
guy.
him.
I will take him everywhere I go. I don't care if this podcast take me to Hollywood with Varnell and them. He's coming. So
Yep. Cause we got to get to the yams.
gotta get to the yams. You see what I'm talking about? Straight
Hmm.
to the top. So let's jump into it. Like things been happening since the last time we talked. It was actually one of my better performing reels and or TikToks, I will say. I'm not even gonna lie. The people were engaged. So I love this banter.
Yes.
So let's
Oh,
let's
now
jump
quick
into it.
question.
Can
Is it available on YouTube? Can we see the full
so I
episode?
haven't so can we talk for a second? Let's talk because let's
Sure.
talk.
Yes.
I have not put it up on YouTube yet. I have not put it
Okay.
up on YouTube yet. I am
What's
going
the
to put it on
delay?
YouTube. So my thought process, I'm just gonna be fully honest. I already have a
Okay.
YouTube channel, right? And it already has like some other videos and skits and stuff that I did. I was trying to see which made sense. Should I create a new YouTube channel for just the podcast or just add this stuff on there? That has been my dilemma. No lie, that's
So
it.
this is my personal opinion.
Give it to me.
Wherever you have the most content, add it there
Put that shit
because
there.
you've already developed like a base for subscribers on this YouTube. You
Sure.
don't want to start over. You don't want to try to get people to drop over to the new one. Your conversion rate is probably not that high. You know what I'm saying? So if
Come
you
on,
already, let's
conversion.
just say you got yeah, let's say you
I
got a
love it. Come
thousand
on to scale the
subscribers,
business.
just go ahead and put it on there and just put it on where you have your platform because that's where the bulk of your content is and where it lives. So
I would
don't worry
like to
about
say
that.
thank you greatly
Of
because
course.
there's a lot of areas that I don't overthink at all. I just jump out the window and do it. Even
Okay.
with me creating content, I don't really overthink that hard. I don't do 28 takes. I don't do all that.
Okay.
I just go for it. But something like that, I just am like, how do I build this audience? I know like YouTube has the whole podcast thing going on now too. So I'm like, should I separate it? Whatever. I feel better. They'll be up tonight. They'll be up
Dope,
tonight.
dope. Yes, please do. And also, if you're looking for a producer, I'm also producing. Shout out to the Fly Stoner podcast, Fly Stoner
Are
305.
you producing? Friend.
Yeah, I'm rubbing shoulders with those great gentlemen, man, and they got some great content that's being pushed out. So, look, I ain't under contract with nobody. So if you know you need a producer,
And
you
do.
know me, you know what I'm saying? Me
And
and you,
do.
we go back like chiropractic, you know what I'm saying?
I say that all the
So
time. I say that.
yeah, so if you wanna get down and we can commingle and swap brain frequencies, I'm willing to do that for you.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. Look me up. I'm in the books. I will hit you up. So let's jump into it.
Let's do it.
Can men and women be platonic friends? For the people that did not take the FCAT, did not, can you tell them what platonic is? Number one. Number two, can it be? Is it possible?
Platonic means no physical strings attached.
No hunching, no
No
groping,
hunching.
no
Can't
touching.
see nobody naked. You can't envision nobody naked. You know what I'm saying? That's platonic,
But
meaning
men,
there is
but
no
are men visual creatures? That's what they have been saying all this time.
absolutely. So I'm gonna answer your second question. Me personally, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it is very difficult for two people of the opposite sex to be platonic friends. One of two things has to happen.
Okay.
One, somebody got to be ugly. Somebody got
Friend,
to be ugly to the other person. Somebody got to be ugly to the other person. It can't be two fine people being platonic friends. Unless y'all literally was like childhood friends, you knew each other from like
cause
pre-K,
I was finna say,
kindergarten.
friend, I am fine as hell, brother. What's up
That-
now?
So now, all right, that's a great example. Yes, you
Okay.
are very attractive friend, right? So now let's take one of your closest male friends,
Uh-huh.
right? Somebody that you feel that y'all have a platonic relationship
I
with.
don't think I have any.
You don't. I know you don't. Now, so take that, right? Take that, and I want everybody under the sound of my voice, just poll your bestest male friends or bestest friend of the opposite track. If they had an opportunity to beat your head in,
Yeah.
they would. Now, one of two things would
Friend.
happen. Neither they haven't tried because they don't want to mess up the relationship, which is great. Like you should have that level of respect for somebody.
I
You know what
can't
I'm
believe
saying?
this.
But at the at on the back end of that, if the opportunity presented itself, the probability of men and women taking advantage of that opportunity is very, very high. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna take a shot to that because
Yeah.
I know I'm fucking right. Okay, all right. Cheers to the damn weekend.
Friend.
Man, y'all gotta stop this, man. It's okay to be attracted to each other. Like we were born in pairs. We were created in pairs, right?
Uh-huh.
So naturally, we're supposed to be conjoined,
Sure.
men,
Sure.
men and women, right?
Sure.
So I get it. You got your best homeboy. He's your brother, your god brother. You know what I'm saying? All the women got god brothers, right? I ain't never seen so many god children in my life, right? I guarantee you, if that god brother was given the opportunity to explore you beyond a friendship level, there are a lot of men that would take advantage of that.
So, friend, you trying to say we be down here lying?
A lot of people are lying. Yes, a lot of people are platonic by force. And what I mean by that is you're platonic because somebody else don't want y'all to go to the next level.
Damn.
IGS. IJS, sorry. Hey, man. You know what I'm
Whoa.
saying?
We starting off a little coming
Yeah,
in
so
hot. We are coming in hot. So, like, is marriage still the goal for it is? It's still the goal?
yes. Um, for those of you all who don't know, I was married
Mm-hmm.
previously. I won't say how long. But marriage is the goal. I came up under the tutelage of marriage. Everybody in my family has been married at least 25 years. Even the people that the first marriage didn't work.
Sure.
So mom, mom and dad 42 years this September. Aunt and uncle 44. Grandparents, I think they went 57.
Wow.
Aunts and uncles 20 plus. I got my cousin Damien.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, his mom and his stepdad got married in my parents' house.
Wow. Auntie and uncle.
28. It
You know
was
I call them auntie and uncle.
right. So 20. I think it made 20 when shout out to Bay when she did their makeup. When she did their makeup, I think that was their 25th or 28th wedding anniversary. That was in the pandemic, so that was like 2020,
Yeah.
twenty twenty
Yeah.
one, something like that. Yeah, yeah. So everybody in my family been married. So marriage is definitely the goal. I
Why?
understand the covenant of marriage. I
Sure.
understand how marriage can allow allow two people who are that can coexist independently come together and make something real, real beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at marriage as a contract like a whole bunch of these other TikTok and Instagram people do. Like I came up under real love. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sure.
so, I would love to experience that. You know what I'm saying with whoever that person is for me. So that's
So
just me. And I want more kids too. Look. I don't have a baby mama, and I don't want to start having one. So
I know that's right. So what are the benefits? What it's the goal, right? So what are the actual benefits? Like people don't discuss it in regard of two people coexisting together, being in love. We're talking about people that say stuff like, "Oh, it's a contract," which
mm-hmm.
legally binding, sure, because you have to get whatever, whatever. But people
Mm-hmm.
literally view it as such. What are the actual benefits of marriage?
You get a life partner,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah,
you get somebody that you can share your entire existence with, from finances to emotional baggage to mental baggage to struggles, as well as because it's not just struggles, wins as well, wins and
sure.
accomplishments. You have somebody that is championing your success and you're championing their success, and you all are doing it together under one roof, sharing resources. You know, she may have access to things that you may not have access to if you weren't with her, and vice versa. Um, Two incomes. Like everybody keep talking about like 50-50 and sharing rent and all this other stuff. You got two incomes to be able to maneuver and go about life, and their challenges. Like I just look at it, it's a lot of benefits. I know men always say, "Oh, it ain't no benefits to men getting married," but
That's
it's a
I
lot of you niggas out here that don't know how to fold a fitted sheet. You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying? You don't know how to cook. You don't know how to raise children without the
sure,
guidance of a woman. You don't
sure.
you don't even know how to navigate your emotions as a man without having to confide in a woman. So why wouldn't you want to do that with, what I'm saying, like somebody that's really, really down with you? I'm talking about somebody really down with you. I ain't
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
somebody
Absolutely.
who you get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of benefits, man. I would love to be married again when the time is right, you know what I'm saying? But
I
until
just
then,
love
we
that
we out,
this
we outside, we outside to the
I just love this young black man. Just
yeah,
like, friend, you make me
you know.
proud. You make me
Thank you.
so proud. So we talking about baby mamas and what have you, because that's
Hmm.
a reality. Raise his hand. I am. I've never been married, right? And I technically
Hmm.
we don't call each other that, right? I've
Hmm.
never referred to him as baby daddy unless I'm joking with him or whatever. But
Okay.
anytime I've ever introduced him and vice versa, I always say, "This is my son's father." I never, and I don't know if I feel
That's
like the
beautiful.
word is derogatory because I don't. Tomato, tomato, whatever you want to use, but I've never introduced him as such. So is having more than one baby mama or baby daddy embarrassing? And why? Hold on, let me say that right. Is having more than one baby daddy embarrassing? And why so? Because how is it different than having more than one baby mama?
Oh, okay. Embarrassed. I wouldn't use the word embarrassing.
Okay.
Um,
Alarming?
I would say that. Oh, so okay. So in the context that you're using this example, it would be embarrassing to a third party, like somebody on the outside, like because
Sure.
you're envisioning how how you're perceived by somebody else, right?
Sure.
So I get why people would deem having more than one baby father or more than one baby mother as embarrassing, but to me, I look at it more so as the choices in the men or the women that you chose to procreate with, right? So now let's just say you had two relationships that it looked like they was going the distance. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like you really,
Sure.
y'all was in love
Mm-hmm.
for 3-4 years or whatever, and a child came about that, and you all are able to navigate outside of that relationship that did not work and still be great co-parents, I think that that's a win. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes a village to raise a child, no matter if it's villages that are being combined, right? So I wouldn't look at that as, embarrassing. Like me, I got a one baby daddy rule. Only one baby daddy. You can have a couple of kids, but we need to manage those kids with one baby daddy only because that's a lot of personalities that you got to manage, right? So let's take two baby daddies, two kids, a man and woman scenario. Both parties got two kids, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
got my two kids. That's already three personalities right there. If I got two baby mamas, that's two more personalities that we got to navigate in our equation. Now let's go to your side. Not to mention the parents of those baby mamas, right? Because parents and grandparents are involved as well. You got to share time, you got to share resources and all that other stuff, right? So that's just the left side right here. Then let's go over to your side. You got two baby daddies, they parents still living. So that's two more on that side. Count the kids. You got schools, you got teachers, you got like just overall that community of people is going to be very, very challenging to manage because it's just so many personalities that you got to deal with before you get to the core, which is you and that person's relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
So depending on the baby daddy, depending on their appetite for you moving on, and vice versa,
Mm-hmm.
that could cause issues in your relationship because baby daddy number one, he probably done moved on. He got him a girlfriend. He ain't really worried about what you got going on. Baby daddy number two, he ain't over the fact that y'all is over. So he causing all type of havoc over here. You mad because you don't understand why it's been 6 years and y'all ain't slept together in 6 years, but why he still tripping like that? Me, I'm over here like, well, damn, he wouldn't be tripping like that if it wasn't for no reason. So what's going on between y'all that I don't got to? That's a whole bunch of shit that you got to really really manage. Like when you know what I'm saying when you really break it down. So embarrassing, I don't think would be the right word. Circling back to your original question, I think that it would be a challenge to manage.
Okay. But it is manageable. It
It
can be
can be
managed.
depending on your level of patience, right? So if your patience level is broader, then sure, you may be okay with putting up with some stuff like that. If your patience is a little thinner, that might not be the best route for you.
That's not your thing. So
Yeah,
why?
nah. So I don't have, and I say this right, I don't have experience with baby daddies that are either still living or not incarcerated.
Yeah.
I'm being completely honest with you. All of the women that I've dated, the nigga either was dead,
Oh my.
in jail, or non-existent. That is as God is my witness. I'm just saying. So me personally, my appetite for the baby daddy in the picture, it would probably be thin because I ain't really used to that. You know what I'm saying?
So I think that socially, it's actually why it was a two-part question, because socially, I think it's frowned upon when the girl has more than one baby daddy, right? Um,
Absolutely.
but when it's a guy that can possibly have multiple, because it's
Mhm.
not uncommon that they have
Right.
multiple. It's it's more of an acceptable kind of thing, and I just want to know, I guess I just want to know why it's always been a double standard with anything when it comes to men and women, whether
Right.
people want to admit it or not. I just want to know, like, women, we tend to, like I said, accept it. I've dealt with people with more than one baby mama. It's not
Hmm.
really something that I look forward to, but it's a thing because it's a thing. So how do you how do you advise someone to say, okay, well, are you? Well, I guess you. It depends on what you're willing to deal with. I just answered my own question in my head.
Well, I have a response to that too, right? So it's more favorable depending on the man's financial position, right? Right. So let's take. I'll give you two examples on both sides of the spectrum, right? So let's take your average everyday Miami guy,
Yeah.
right? Um, you know, he let's just say he worked for the county. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
got He got 4 kids, 4 different baby mamas.
Lord have mercy.
That time and those resources only stretch so much, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before he's going to be labeled either a deadbeat or a nigga with a whole bunch of kids,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, now let's take Boosie. Boosie got 10 kids.
Mm-hmm.
I think he got 8 baby mamas,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Something like that.
But he has the capacity where all his kids be under one roof for summers at a time, for months at a time. You know what I'm saying? He's able to go out and do shows, and he can pay his baby mamas to tolerate his lifestyle because he has the resources to do so. But you don't never hear nobody call Boosie a deadbeat. The most you gonna say is, "Damn, Boosie got a whole bunch of kids," or "Boosie ratchet," or "Boosie got ratchet baby mamas," or whatever. But you never really hear anybody say he a deadbeat, right? So he's able to absorb the amount of kids and baby mamas he has because he does so well in business, right? He do shows. That nigga on the road 4 5 times out the week. You know what I'm saying? He got cologne. He got alcohol. He do movies. He he do podcasts and appearances where he get money for that. So he can come say, "Hey, all 8 of my baby mamas, or however many it is, I want all my kids with me for the next 7 months. I'm gonna fly all of them to my house. I'm gonna make sure y'all straight as far as like room and board and all of that, and I'm gonna give y'all something for y'all troubles." That may run him $100,000, which he could go, to Shreveport and South Carolina and Griffin, Georgia, and pick up $75,000 each and have that in 2 weeks' time.
So
Everybody's okay. Nobody complaining, whatever. So, how many baby mamas you have can be manageable depending on your resources. That is my final answer.
that's your take. As long as you got if you got you a couple of dollars, maybe you could move something.
Yes, because money buys you time, and by what I mean by that is, if you got money, you may not be able to be in 2 places at one time, but you could get there quicker than you could if you didn't have no money.
Very interesting.
Hmm.
Very interesting take. Very interesting. I'm not. You ain't wrong. I don't know if you right yet. I gotta digest it. But you
Hey,
ain't
listen,
wrong.
it's rare that I'm wrong. And if I am wrong, I'll apologize in advance.
I. Oh my god, bro. Um, have you ever had to be, or are you the strong friend?
What?
Are you the strong friend? You issue?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Man, I am the strong friend often. You know what's real crazy? So in my 9 to 5 job, I'm back on the train. So I catch the train in the mornings now. Thank God. Like
Really? So
dealing with
you be
Atlanta
on the
traffic
martyr?
is stressful. Man, I'll be on the MARTA at 7:15 in the morning. You hear me? The first train that I need to get on leave the station at 7:19. I got to be to the station before 7:19.
I
It's real
love it.
facts.
I
Yeah.
love it.
So I spent the first part of my train ride. My son, shout out to Kyler. My son turned 9 yesterday. I
Yay,
spent the
happy
first
birthday.
part of my thank you. I spent the first part of my train ride boo-hoo crying. My son turned 9, and I was just overwhelmed with emotion because, like, literally 9 years ago, he wasn't here. And
Right.
just to see him transition from being an infant to a toddler to now an adolescent, growing into a young man, he's getting A's and B's in school. He's playing flag football. Like, he's good in video games. Like, he's healthy. You know what I'm saying? He don't have no ailments and stuff like that. So I was just thinking about all of these things, and God has truly, truly blessed me. So it was just a little overwhelming for me at that moment in time. So I was able to kind of release, and I felt better after I did. But yeah, I don't often I often have to do that in solidarity, right?
Absolutely.
Alone. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
not too many
man.
people. It's not too many people that have been through what I've been through. It's not too many people that have reached the level of success, I guess I can say, without bragging, the level of success that I've
I
reached,
mean, it ain't
that I can
bragging if it's true.
actually, yeah, like that I can actually go to and be like, bro, how do you handle this situation? Like, I'll give you
Sure.
a prime example, right? My parents have been married 42 years. It's just me and my brother. they don't have any outside kids with anybody else, right?
Sure.
I can't go to my parents and get advice about co-parenting.
Because they
You
have
get what I'm
no
saying?
experience in that area.
Boom, right? And then I have very few friends that I can go to get co-parenting advice that's going to actually give me something that I can apply.
Sure.
Most of my
Sure.
homeboys, fuck that girl. Most of my homegirls, I can't stand that nigga. I don't want to talk to you because that type of energy is not going to
It's
help me
not
in my
gonna help you.
situation.
Absolutely.
So I got to try to use podcasts and self-help books and prayer and devotion and all these other things without and therapy, of course. And I want to get back into
Sure.
therapy too. But I have to use other resources around me outside of just going to your best friend and say, "Hey, friend, I got this problem. I need you to help
Sure.
me with." Like, I don't have a lot of people that can help me in all areas of my life, so I pick the friends that I can utilize. Like, so I got a friend I can talk to about business. I got a friend I can talk to about girls,
Yeah.
but I can't talk to them about business. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I got to choose my friend group and go to them with the information that I need out of them because I know what information they're gonna give me and what I can and can't use.
Absolutely. I love that. Because same. I'm not afforded the opportunity, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I'm not sure if that's a good or
Yeah.
bad thing yet. You know, I do have I do have a maybe a person, and haven't um I haven't let my guard down fully yet because I don't know what that is. I'm 40 years old. So we talking about a lifetime of me having to manage my emotions on my own, right? And
Yeah.
that's me feeling sad today and people not understanding why the upbeat, funny, always playing girl is not upbeat and funny. Bitch,
Hmm.
my tire just blew. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's happening? Am I allowed to have emotions? Because I feel like I'm not a robot.
Yeah. Shit, cry shit. I cried yesterday.
Oh yeah, I cried on the way here.
Man, what? Cry all the time. I
Yeah,
don't give a damn about none of that
I say
shit.
that all the time though. That's my thing. Baby, cry. Go ahead and cry. Oh, I don't want to
Hmm.
cry. Why? Cry. Let that
Shit.
shit
You
out.
better. You better. Because it's gonna come out either way. It's
One
gonna
way or
come
the
out
other.
voluntarily or involuntarily.
Yeah, man. And
and you
most times when it's involuntary, that shit is a shit show. It's a shit
and
show.
you can't control it. You can't control
Correct.
when it happened. And you don't want to be somewhere where you not supposed to be crying and you cry.
Man, like I cried at a brunch, dog. What the fuck? That shit was crazy. But it was a valid reason. Now my brother had just passed like maybe
Oh
months
yeah, of
prior to.
course. Yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
think I was trying to like get back out to the like, oh, whatever, whatever. And I was in Atlanta actually,
Mm,
for my cousin's birthday. We flew up there, whatever, whatever. I'm like, yeah, let me just, go do something or whatever. I was
mm-mm.
having fun the whole weekend. That Sunday, I don't know what happened on that Sunday. I was finito. Everybody,
Yep.
yeah.
Turn up,
Oh,
turn up, turn up. Yeah,
what?
okay.
What? I was done. Finished. It's like, I'm going to go to the
I
bathroom
feel
now,
you.
guys. Please. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
cry anywhere, though. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. So you said you cool with them having multiple kids, but maybe one baby daddy. What's too many kids?
More than two. More than two. I can live with
These
two.
What are
Yeah,
the
that
limitations,
third
bro?
one, that third one, oh,
What if
cause
it was
listen,
like she was only pregnant twice, but that she had a set of twins? Like, so she got three.
no.
No, you don't care about that? Damn, the twin got a
Here's the thing,
where the
right?
twin finna
Because
go?
they ain't going with me. I can tell you that right now. So
Twin, where have you been? This is crazy. My God.
listen, man, the women have to be realistic too, right?
Okay.
If you want a nigga to accept you and all your kids, you probably gonna have to scale back on some of your requirements. One of
Okay.
those requirements being, salary, right? Because the men who probably will take you and your three kids will more than likely be in a certain salary range. I'm not gonna say what that number is because I don't want to
Okay.
be attacked by a whole different
Yeah, it's a
pot of
whole
people,
a
right?
different demographic.
Yes, there is a specific range that those men have the tolerance to deal with you and your children. The range outside of that, those men probably won't deal with someone like you because they have the resources to go find somebody that don't got as many kids as you. So a lot, I see women all the time. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I want a nigga. He got to be 6'4". He got to have a house. He got to have a beach house, a pool house, a vacation house. He got to have muscles,
A pool
abs,
house too.
hairline, dark skin, use shea butter, graduated
Shea
from
butter is
college,
good. Okay.
have his own car, his own house, a pool house in the back.
A pool
He
house,
got a
two
good
pool houses.
relationship with his mama. Either
And
no baby
God.
mamas or all his baby mamas got to be
Mm-hmm.
dead, or it's just a long list of shit that women, from what I be seeing, I don't, because I don't, but what I see, women they have some form of unrealistic expectations. So all I'm saying is, be ready to scale back those expectations if you have. I don't want to use the word baggage, but if you have factors in your life that the average man who has a decent salary may deal with, that the above average man that has an above average salary may not want to deal with. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I
Yeah.
I I can agree. I too would have a rebuttal, but I just feel like at this point it would be redundant,
Yeah.
because we do too understand that from the male perspective, the some of the qualifications are also unrealistic. They want a woman to
Okay.
fuck good but not have a lot of
Yeah.
bodies. They want a woman to be
Hey.
like make it make sense. Also, they
Hey.
want her to be a size three, but also have a
Ass and
85.
titties.
Yeah. They also want her to cook good, but also
Right.
don't have high cholesterol. Bitch, if she cook good, she might have collard green arms. Are y'all okay?
Yep.
But that's a
Yep.
whole nother
I
thing.
get it.
This will never be a male versus woman kind of thing.
Cool.
It'll never
I
be
don't want it
that.
to be that. And
Yeah,
and I want to say this too, right? I don't want it to seem like I'm only in my examples I'm using women
sure.
because I am heterosexual. I don't know what it's like to on the woman's side or with for y'all looking for me. I don't know what that's like.
You have no
I'm telling
experience.
you,
You have no
yeah, I have no
experience in that
experience in
area.
that. I'm telling you what I would do in that scenario if it was a woman that I was interested in that had all of these qualifications. So
I cannot
just want to put
believe
that little
this,
disclaimer
dog.
out there.
I cannot. I cannot. So, friend, you had a couple of questions. You know, I've
Hmm.
jotted them down for you. Are you ready to talk about it? Why are
Oh,
men
oh, let's
who
do
are
it.
self self aware
Uh huh.
consider sassy?
Oh,
I think
do you? First of all, do you think? Have you ever called a man sassy? Let's start there.
yes, when I was younger. But that's
When
because
you
he
were
was
younger.
literally having like a full blown um I don't want to say temper tantrum because people again are not robots.
Mm-hmm.
But it was literally giving like grandstanding diva-ish. Like I don't have an
Mm-hmm.
issue with people expressing themselves. I actually please do. But it was giving very much like the only thing left for him to do was throw a glass of water in my face and stomp off. And so I actually called
Mm.
it, I said the word queen is what I said.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
sassy, I haven't, that's not really a part of my vocabulary. I don't think it's, no, I haven't.
Okay. So I think there are two extremes to this overall conversation of sassy, right?
Sure.
So sassy would be a man that does not know how to contain and effectively manage his emotions.
Sure.
So in that regard, he may throw a tantrum, he may throw a drink at you, he may cuss you out in public, he may call you out your name. That would be considered sassy because that man doesn't know how to effectively manage his emotions and communicating those things effectively, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the other spectrum of that, you have the man that can,
Mm-hmm.
and he is deemed as the man that think he better than you, or he bougie, or it's negative connotations on both sides of the spectrum is what
Sure.
I'm trying to say, right?
Sure.
So women they have to be prepared to deal with either or side of the spectrum, right? So if you want a man that's emotionally intelligent, you probably will end up dealing with the man that is not going to argue with you when you want to argue. You know what I'm saying? He's going to utilize the cool down period. He's going to utilize, hey, we're not in our attempt to find common ground, we're not communicating effectively. So let's kind of go our separate ways and then come back and talk about it later. A lot of women say that they want that, but when it come time to put that play into motion, it's oh fuck that. You gonna hear what I got to say.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and
Yeah.
truthfully, unfortunately, or I don't like to use that word, so I need to really
Mhm.
find another insert something there. But a lot of women are not versed in stuff like that. They're not versed in the
Conflict
emotionally.
resolution. That's the
Sure.
word you was looking for. Conflict resolution. Yes.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
me, I deal with conflict resolution in my daily life on the professional side. I
Sure.
have to be able to communicate with people. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. Talking at your job ain't much different from talking in your relationship.
I have to
It's
agree.
not.
I have
You
to
know what I'm
agree.
saying? You don't go in new people office cussing and saying whatever the fuck
Yeah.
you want to say
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
slamming doors and doing all of that.
You have to make
So don't
conscious
come home
decisions on
and
what you
do it.
finna say.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because it impact. But see, you think about it more because your actions they affect your overall ability to live life. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
your
saying? Your
livelihood. Ain't
your
nobody
well,
about to
your
fuck with your
livelihood, your
check.
well being. Right, exactly. So treat your relationship the same way. Hey,
Sure.
I'm not gonna say anything to my partner because I don't want that to impact my livelihood of you losing a partner or you losing somebody that's really, really have gone, to bat for you or been in the mud with you. Like
That
so you
that
gotta
that goes
utilize
to
effective
the
credit. Yeah.
absolutely. That goes to the point though, where do you put your value? Because what is the value of this relationship? Some people haven't even did the took stock in trying to figure
Mm-hmm.
out what that is. So no, they not ready. They
Yes.
not ready for that. My first adulthood, um, having someone emotionally intelligent was my son's father. He
Mm.
would want to talk before I would talk. Like
Mm.
I'm more of the person that would have been like, nah, I'm not dealing with that. Hey, sit down. We need to talk about this. Let's get to the root
Mm-hmm.
of what this is, whatever, whatever. And the amount of those first few years, the amount of storm outs that I possessed, I'm out this bitch. Slam the door.
How old were you? Give me an
I was
age
young.
range.
I was 23,
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
24.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this was
yeah.
like right when actually we started hanging out when I was 20. So yeah, I was young. I was real young.
So and your son is 16
My
now?
son just turned 16. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep, 24 you had him. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Math.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so as you get older, you're
Sure.
supposed to evolve. So
Absolutely.
these things that you did when you was 24, you're probably not going to do them
Couldn't
at
dream of it.
40.
Who was
You
that
know what I'm
lady?
saying? You don't want to do it at 40.
Yeah.
So, but shout out to baby daddy for I'm sorry. Shout out to your son's
You can say
father.
baby daddy because I call him. I be like, hey, baby father. So it's whatever.
Shout out to your son's father for being emotionally intelligent at
In
such
some
an
ways,
early
hey, hey,
age.
that's enough. In
Yeah,
some ways.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of
Mhm.
women too, when you get that emotionally intelligent man, he's not going to allow you to treat him any kind of way. So that
Absolutely.
comes with the form of kind of stopping the conversation before it gets to a boiling point, or you having to end the conversation before you finish your entire point, but your entire point is only to damage, it's not to build up.
Sure.
So you just gotta you pick your poison, man. Like it's just with it's like alcohol. You know what I'm saying? It's really like alcohol. You got some people that like shots, and then you
Yeah.
like some people that like drinks that taste good.
Yeah.
How do you want your delivery? Do you want it hard, fast, and burning your throat, or
Yeah.
do you want it, enjoyable with an umbrella? You know
Why
what I'm
do
saying, and a piece of orange.
why yeah, why ladies, why do the women's and some men's too. I'm not even gonna lie, some men's with an
Mm-hmm.
S, and I know that's not how you say it because I don't want people to think that I don't know how to speak. I do. But some
Right?
men's they do call that sassy. And I just don't understand why you being self aware. why you being self-aware is considered sassy. I think that's it's a little strange there, guys.
It's a title that has been coined with the internet, man. You know what I'm saying? Like men
Much
are
like
sassy.
narcissism and all that stuff
Yeah,
that like people,
narcissist.
yeah, and I think they running with the word now.
Depression. Depression is another one. You know what I'm saying? Everybody fucking depressed now, bro. Like,
Yeah, I
go
think
read a
that,
book, nigga, and do some push-ups or some shit, man.
yeah,
Like, you ain't,
something, touch some grass, get some fresh air, do something. I don't know,
yeah. Like a lot of people, and I'm not minimizing, you know,
Sure.
mental health or mental stability, but a lot of stuff be self-inflicted. You know what I'm saying? You got to be the most dangerous person in the world is the person that lies to themselves. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not able to be aware of your emotions and where you are in life and how to detach in order to rebuild or restore what you need to be able to operate in society, then you forever gonna be lost, or you forever gonna be depressed, or you forever gonna be, you know, mentally unstable until you find a way to, you know, detach and kind of restore yourself
You
before
must
you reconnect with
you must
people.
used to be a rapper. You used to rap. That
Man,
was a bar.
man, let me tell you, all of this knowledge comes from years of fucking up, okay?
Hello? Dang. If
And
you
I'm gonna
gonna
drink
talk
to
about
that.
it, then talk about it. If you gonna
Look,
talk about it, then talk about it. Years of
I
fucking
lead the
up.
league. I lead the league in trial and error, okay?
Wow. Wow. No, that's good. Cause yeah, same. Absolute same. Friend, they was asking, and by they I
Hmm.
mean you, they was asking, is love enough to keep the relationship alive? We touched on that a little
Mm.
bit earlier when we were
Hmm.
talking about the sustainability of what marriage and marriage being a goal or whatever, and it not just being just the contract. Is that enough to keep a relationship alive? I'm gonna say hard yes. It should be enough.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
and I would say that because just based on um I love God. Anybody that knows me know how I feel about the Lord. And
Right.
if the book says something like love answers all, then I feel like that is actually the foundation of everything. So it should be. Now, is it the only thing? No. I think there's a lot of
Okay.
commas. There's other things that need to occur to keep something alive. But I think that love should be the root.
Mm. Okay. I'm going to say no. It's not a hard no. Love is love enough? No, it is not. Because you're always going to need other elements around love
Sure.
to sustain the relationship, right? So if it's going to be love, because love, I believe, is the nucleus. No, I'm sorry. God should be the nucleus. I
Come on, talk about
apologize.
it.
So
He ain't mean it.
God should be the nucleus, but adjacent to God is love, right? So if love is the nucleus, you're going to also need communication, compromise,
Sure.
understanding, finances. Because it ain't no romance without finance.
Talk about it. Cause FPL don't give a damn about no love, huh?
Hey, listen, Georgia Power don't take love as a form of payment. They do not. All right. I don't give a damn how many times you call that 1-800 number.
They don't care
They
about
do
it.
not.
They don't care
They
about
don't.
it.
You know what I'm saying? So you're
Oh,
gonna
God
need all
bless
of
you.
those elements
Mm-hmm.
around love to sustain a relationship. And they may come in different forms. They
Sure.
may come in different frequencies. That's why you got love languages. That's why you got have you ever taken the apology language quiz?
I have not. I didn't even know that existed. Please
I'm finna put you up on game right now.
do it.
I'm gonna send it to you. We're gonna, if you can, we're gonna put it as a link in
Yeah.
the description of this. But basically, what it is the love languages, but in the form of apology. So it's criteria of how you like to receive apologies,
Wow.
right? And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just briefly give you the. I'm gonna.
Hold on. Hold on. What happened to the sound
What
good?
happened to the sound, Gil?
Yeah, because I could hear
Yeah, because
me.
I could hear me.
Say something. Say something.
Hello.
Oh, there you go. It
Oh, I'm
seems
so
to be.
sorry. My bad.
All right.
What's the last thing you heard me say?
You was pulling up the apology thing, so you was gonna so you just read that from the top.
Okay, so ooh, oh, it's called the apology language quiz, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's for couples and singles. Similar to the love languages, each one of us also has a preferred apology language that may differ from the people we love. Learn your primary apology language to better understand how to heal hurting relationships.
Mm-hmm.
It's really dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need that.
So yeah, I'm gonna definitely send you mine. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you the categories right quick. If I can find them. Do 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 do. I know they in my text messages. Hold on. I had I had I had I had one of my little yeahs, you know what I'm saying? Take the take the apology quiz, you feel me? Okay, so the categories are uh-oh. Damn, I thought I had my thing. Here we go. All right. So the five is one, two, three, four, five. Five categories, right?
Okay.
Accepting responsibility, plan change, making restitution, request forgiveness, or expressing regret. So those are the five categories similar to gifts, act of service, physical touch, quality time.
Read them again,
Okay, so
and I'm gonna tell
the
you
five criteria.
off the top of my head, what
No,
I think it
no,
is.
don't do that. Don't
Don't
do
do it.
that. No, you gotta take the quiz because I guarantee you, if you take the quiz, it's not gonna be what you think it is. And I looked at the quiz too, and I was like, no, I need this. I was totally wrong. Accept responsibility, plan change, make restitution, request forgiveness, or express regret.
I'm
So
finna take that
again,
quiz right now. I'm gonna put it right here,
I'm
but
about
I'm
to say,
finna take send it to me. I'm gonna take
I'm
that
gonna
shit
send it to
right
you.
now.
Look, it's already in your inbox, pimping. There you go. Bam.
See what I'm
Take
saying?
that, take that, and then of course, everybody that's listening, share it with your significant other. I guarantee you, not only is it a conversation starter about how you go about apologizing, but you will definitely learn some things about your partner that you probably didn't learn, similar to with the love language quiz.
Sure.
So I think you should take both of them and utilize them. Take them every 6 months because they do change. Your requirements change as you get older, as you grow, as you experience life. So look, I ain't no relationship coach and nothing like that. I told you I lead the league in trial and error. So this shit been working. So I'm gonna keep using it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, friend. What you got? What you got in departure for the people? What did we learn today? What did we
Hey man,
digest
listen.
today?
I'll just leave y'all with this. Peace of mind is invaluable. So go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it. And if you feel like your peace of mind is being interrupted by
Ooh,
dealing with a certain someone or something, it don't necessarily have to be a person. It could be a job. It could be a pet. It could be a significant other. It could
dang.
be
What Scruffy got to
it
do
could
with
be
it? But he got to
whatever.
get out. Yeah, I
Hey,
know that's right.
you got to hit it, my boy. You know what I'm saying? So it could be whatever. Your peace of mind is invaluable, man. And I
Sure.
think a lot of people try to operate within emotional spaces and they not right within, and you can't do that. So,
Dang, man. This was
you know what I'm
such a
saying?
enlightening, fun banter. Like I said, I love it here. I don't know. You know what
Of
I'm
course.
saying? When it's time to reoccur, when it's time to re-up on your role, don't get Hollywood. You producing now. Hollywood. Don't do it.
Hey man, I'm with you. I'm waiting on Babe to propose so we could get married. You know what I'm saying? And we can have babies.
I
She don't
cannot.
she don't
I'm
like beards though. I don't know what the hell. Well, I
I
don't know
don't
why
know
she even
either.
gave me her phone number if that's the case
If
then.
that's the case, you shouldn't even holler to her. I know that's right, cause what's going on here?
I listen, it ain't going nowhere either.
Yeah, it
And I
shouldn't.
look, I just got a hat on. I got hair though. Like I just want, you know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas they don't be having no hairline. They wear hats because they wanna. I got a
but
hairline. It's
friend, it's
right
all
there.
there. It's
It's
all
all
there.
there. All there. Okay? I got help.
My
I
guy
got help.
Nick. Gosh. I love you, friend. Appreciate you.
I love you too. Listen, man, way more fly to you on Instagram. Your baby mama's favorite single father. Your realtor Nick on Instagram. YOUR.REALTOR Nick NIC. No K. At Instagram, man. If you need a crib, you tired of them people stealing your security deposit and you live
Yeah.
in the state of Georgia, hit me up. I love to work with you. You know what I'm saying? I work with single mamas,
Here we go.
single fathers.
Here we are.
I work with the upper echelon,
Yep.
the upper middle class. I work with middle class. I work with first time home buyers, first time home sellers. It don't matter if you got a crib, we could build.
And that's that on that. Now take that to the bank.
Period. Period.
You gotta it's more like in, like pull it.
Like that.
Yep. You got it. Bye, bye, bye. Peace
Hey
out.
man, I love you, friend.
I love you, friend.
I'm out.
So ridiculous.
We still recording?